The icy winds howled across the desolate, snow-covered plains of Erebus Prime, a remote and unforgiving planet on the edge of the galaxy. The twin suns had set hours ago, plunging the world into a deep, unrelenting freeze. Lieutenant Kara Voss, a human explorer from the Galactic Frontier Corps, trudged through the snow, her breath visible in the frigid air. Her survival suit's heating unit was failing, and she knew she had to find shelter soon or die. Kara had been part of a survey team sent to Erebus Prime to study its unique geological formations. But their shuttle had crashed during a violent storm, scattering the crew across the frozen wilderness. Alone and disoriented, Kara had spent the last 2 days searching for her teammates, but all she found was endless snow and silence. As the temperature dropped further, Kara's hope began to wane. Her suit's energy reserves were nearly depleted, and her limbs felt heavy with exhaustion. Just as she was about to give up, she spotted a faint glow in the distance. Squinting through the snow, she saw a small, dome-shaped structure partially buried in the ice. It didn't look like anything her team had built. Could it be alien? Summoning the last of her strength, Kara stumbled toward the structure. As she approached, she noticed intricate carvings on its surface, symbols that shimmered faintly in the dim light. The door was sealed, but a control panel glowed softly beside it. Kara hesitated. She had no idea what she was dealing with, but the alternative was freezing to death. She pressed her gloved hand against the panel, and to her surprise, the door slid open with a hiss. Warm air rushed out, enveloping her in a comforting embrace. Kara stepped inside, her eyes adjusting to the soft golden light that filled the chamber. The interior was unlike anything she had ever seen. The walls were smooth and metallic, but they pulsed faintly as if alive. Strange, glowing plants grew in clusters, their tendrils curling toward the ceiling. In the center of the room was a large, circular bed covered in silken fabrics that shimmered like liquid starlight. And then she saw her. The alien woman stood near the bed, her tall, slender figure radiating an otherworldly grace. Her skin was a deep, iridescent blue, and her long silver hair cascaded down her back like a waterfall of light. Her eyes, large and luminous, glowed with an intensity that made Kara's breath catch. She wore a flowing gown that seemed to shift and change colors as she moved, and her presence was both mesmerizing and intimidating. "You are not from this world," the alien woman said, her voice melodic yet commanding. It wasn't a question. Kara swallowed hard, her mind racing. "No, I'm not. My name is Kara Voss. I'm a human explorer. Our shuttle crashed and The alien woman raised a hand, silencing her. "I am Zynara, last of the Erebians. You are fortunate to have found this sanctuary. Outside, the night is deadly to those not of this world." Kara nodded, her teeth still chattering despite the warmth of the chamber. "Thank you for letting me in. I don't know how much longer I would have lasted out there." Zynara studied her for a moment, her glowing eyes narrowing slightly. "Your suit is failing. You will not survive the night without my assistance." Kara's heart sank. "Is there anything you can do to help me?" Zynara stepped closer, her gaze unwavering. "There is one way. My bed is imbued with thermal energy. It will sustain you through the night. But you must share it with me." Kara blinked, unsure if she had heard correctly. "Share it with you?" "Yes," Zynara replied, her tone matter-of-fact. "The energy is most effective when shared between two beings. It is the only way to ensure your survival." Kara hesitated, her mind reeling. She had never encountered an alien like Zynara before, and the idea of sharing a bed with her was unexpected to say the least. But the cold was already creeping back into her limbs, and she knew she didn't have a choice. "Okay," she said finally. "If that's what it takes, I'll do it." Zynara nodded, a faint smile playing on her lips. "Good. Remove your suit and join me." Kara's cheeks flushed, but she knew there was no time for modesty. She quickly stripped off her survival suit, revealing the thermal underlayers beneath. Zynara watched her with an unreadable expression, then turned and gracefully settled onto the bed. The silken fabrics seemed to shift and adjust to her form, creating a space for Kara. Taking a deep breath, Kara climbed onto the bed, her heart pounding. The moment she lay down, she felt a wave of warmth spread through her body, chasing away the cold. The bed's energy was unlike anything she had ever experienced. It was soothing, almost alive, and it seemed to pulse in time with her heartbeat. Zynara lay beside her, her luminous eyes fixed on Kara's face. "You are safe now," she said softly. "Rest." Despite the strangeness of the situation, Kara felt a sense of calm wash over her. She closed her eyes, allowing the warmth to envelop her completely. For the first time in days, she felt truly at peace. The night passed in a blur of warmth and strange dreams. Kara awoke to find Zynara still beside her, her silver hair spilling across the pillows like liquid moonlight. The alien woman's eyes were closed, her breathing slow and steady. Kara couldn't help but marvel at her beauty. There was something almost ethereal about her, as if she were a being of pure energy given form. As Kara sat up, Zynara's eyes fluttered open. "You are rested," she observed. "Yes," Kara replied. "Thank you. I don't know how to repay you for saving my life." Zynara studied her for a moment, then sat up as well. "There is something you can do for me." "What is it?" Kara asked, her curiosity piqued. "I have been alone on this planet for many cycles," Zynara said, her voice tinged with sadness. "My people are gone and I am the last. But you are different. You are strong, resilient. I sense a connection between us." Kara's heart skipped a beat. "A connection?" "Yes," Zynara said, reaching out to gently touch Kara's hand. "I believe you were meant to find me. Together we could leave this place and explore the stars. But I cannot do it alone." Kara's mind raced. She had always dreamed of exploring the galaxy, but she had never imagined doing it with an alien like Zynara. Still, there was something about her that felt right, as if they were two pieces of a puzzle that had finally come together. I don't know what to say," Kara admitted. Zynara smiled, her eyes glowing with warmth. "Say you will stay with me. Say you will help me rebuild what was lost." Kara looked into Zynara's eyes and felt a surge of determination. She had come to Erebus Prime seeking adventure, and now she had found something far greater. "Okay," she said, her voice steady. "I'll stay with you." Zynara's smile widened, and for the first time, Kara saw a flicker of hope in her eyes. "Then let us begin," Zynara said, rising from the bed and extending her hand. Kara took it, feeling a surge of energy pass between them. Together, they stepped out of the sanctuary and into the frozen wilderness, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The stars above seemed to shine brighter, as if welcoming them to a new chapter in their lives. And as they walked hand in hand, Kara knew that she had found not just a companion, but a destiny she had never imagined. The galaxy was vast and full of mysteries, but with Zynara by her side, she felt ready to explore them all.